Hi there. So glad you're here. Welcome to Foundation Step 9 of my book, Reconciling, Forgiving, and Letting Go. The lesson on guilt and shame in my book, Be Cool to Yourself, a Mindfulness Guide for Survivors, or for anyone, human beings, life stress. So I want to share this first video, and after I'll be sharing a few shorter videos for the attention span about my process. And this is my experience of what I've learned about myself going through this reconciling and letting go of the guilt, the shame, and moving on. And I can't promise that it's never going to go away, because sometimes it does surface a little bit, just a little bit though. So I will share with this that shame goes back to 4th grade for me, and the feeling was no different from 4th grade than when I went to prison over my drinking, which shame to the attack of shoulda, could done this, shoulda, could have done that kind of thing, and or should have recognized the signs of my well-being and cancer. And I just want to express with you and share how difficult this can be. It took me about 10 years after the time I got out of prison to make amends, to let go of guilt, to work with letting go of shame of all the things I did in my unawareness. So I do want to share this since it just entered my mind. I harmed others through my unawareness and stress reactivity. I wasn't in a good place. Now, with awareness and clarity, I have to remember that people have harmed me out of their unawareness and stress reactivity. So that's the starting point for me. We're all human. Guilt and shame and moving on goes back to Foundation Step 2 of my book on perception and body awareness and recognizing the mind and the body. Because as I discuss this and break it down in the shorter videos, there's a link between our self-talk, what we tell ourselves, and how our body feels in moments where guilt may arise from, emerging from something that we feel we did wrong or hurt someone's feelings or so forth. But then that experience and those thoughts, the surface thoughts, the self-talk, comes in and feeds this body, and this feeling comes back and feeds our mind even more thoughts, which feed a deeper rooted thought process, emotionally based too, which is our core beliefs on how we view ourselves and how we view ourselves in the world. And this comes into the body and back and forth and back and forth. And this loop, as I talk about, and that digs us deeper into this, I'm identifying with this shame that I'm not a good person, there's something wrong with me, or if I'm not the best, I am a failure. Deep-rooted beliefs. And this is what digs us deeper. And this goes back to whenever we felt guilt and shame the first time in our lives. Getting through this, my experience. First of all, my practice, building this mindfulness. I cannot stress the importance of building this mindfulness, practicing the meditations, the informal things, and the body scan, and observing our minds and our thoughts. And because in order to move through this, a tiny journey or a step that I can explain is that my mind's already conditioned to think and feel that way in certain moments when guilt comes up. And so bringing the awareness, and this is through the formal meditation practice, meaning with my eyes closed. meditating allowed me to build the awareness and clarity in moments when I did feel some guilt, because really being able to tune into my body allowed me to come to the present quicker, because I'm already too much in my head. And so coming into the body with my breath and awareness allowed that quick drop in cortisol level for me to have a moment of clarity to recognize my self-talk in that moment and the things I was feeding the guilt. And then I could reframe my perspective and self-talk in moments, hopefully before they started getting me deeper in feeding my beliefs. And then, once I can reframe, in moments of that, this awareness allows me to take care of what it is that I feel guilty about in that moment. Meaning with awareness, I can apologize, I can make amends, I can explain why I might have done it, and we reconcile on the spot. And then we step back and I learn from it. And then I appreciate myself about learning from that moment. And I did this over and over and over for more than a 10-year process since 2012. And it's worked for me. So I hope you're open to the suggestions and take out of any of these videos that I do something that resonates with you. And I really recommend doing the practices and being kind to yourself, because you're strong and resilient, and you can, I believe in you, belief system. So please take care of yourself, meaning be cool to yourself, be cool to others. See you next time.